2,000 years of history on display, including these restored remnants of the palace built by Herod the Great. The designated Roman king of Judea ruled only a few decades before the birth of Jesus. In fact, this site is believed to have housed the Praetorium, where Christ was tried by Pontius Pilate. This ahead of his crucifixion and subsequent resurrection, which Christians will mark with the Easter holiday.
If you look in the scriptures, you have John 19, you have Luke 23, and you have Mark 15. All three sources suggests that the trial took place in Herod's palace or next to Herod's palace, because Herod is involved and the procurator goes and turns back into the palace from the trial, meaning it couldn't have been far. It has to be next to the palace.
Here in the Kishle complex, a prison was constructed by the Ottomans, which was then used by the British to jail Jewish independence fighters in Mandatory Palestine.
We opened the building and it was amazing because it was still a jail, just like it was during the mandate period. We could see the prisoners' cells, the iron bars, everything was here, the dust, it was amazing.
In 1999, Israeli archaeologists dug, hand by hand, layer by layer, to uncover the palace, which was considered the most magnificent in the entire Roman Empire. Among other findings, a fortification wall erected by King Hezekiah in the 8th century BCE, which sheds new light on the size of biblical Jerusalem, and the remains of a structure built 600 years later by the Hashmonites, who controlled the city after the Maccabean revolt.
Layer upon layer, they discovered more and more about the history of the place, about Jerusalem. And this is what's unique about Jerusalem, because it's like a huge secret. And we know so little, and we, most of the time, want to know more and more. And the more we know, the more questions we have.
So much packed into one small place, a timeline of Jerusalem's rich history.